Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody having a great Saturday, man. Hey, thanks to everybody that came on the live, man. The impromptu live. The missus was just opening up some stuff for the new studio that we're putting together. It's all her project. It's her little thing. She's really getting her design bag. So this gonna be fun to watch. All right, man. So I want to speak about something because I'm a fan, right? I'm a fan of great organizations. I like organizations that are ran well, that do things that just so out of the box. And when I think of organizations like the Toronto Raptors, I'm about to talk about in this video, I think about organizations like the Baltimore Ravens, right? Like, just feel like they organizationally they just got it together, right? They know who they are and they stick to their guns. When I look at organizations like, let's say, I even say organizations like, I want to put New England in there, man. Like, but it's, the history. But anyway, I love organizations that do dope stuff, and I try to get those organizations that shine on my channel, And here's another one, man. So I'm gonna break this down, and we're gonna talk about it, man. All right, so the WNBA has given a check mark to the Toronto Raptors infrastructure for team expansion. Now, let me read a little bit, then we'll talk about it. There was a weird moment as Masai Ujiri ended his season in the press conference last month. He made a comment about wanting to expand the game of basketball around the world and brought up the WNBA as a potential growing avenue. It's raised the question for Toronto as a potential expansion city for the league. Could it happen? Someone asked. Masai response, well, I'm not going to get into that. The president and vice chairman replied with a smile, our dreams, just like the Lakers. And he went on to talk about, maybe he knew something. Now, the Toronto, I always say this, man, and I don't know if it's a matter of me just paying that much attention to the Raptors or whatever, but the one thing I always loved I always said what I think people miss about the Raptors if you're not, and don't let me sound like I'm in Toronto every day, because I'm not, man. But the one thing I will say from observing this team and this organization and its fan base is, once you're in with this organization, you're in. The city wraps their arms around you. Just Canada in general wrap their arms around you and pretty much lay out the red carpet and put you on a pedestal. And like I always say, man, it's one thing to have a city behind you, but it's another thing to have a country, man. And I say all that to say, the Raptors is the only team far as basketball in Canada. And I know, we have conversations on here, but hey, this is just my little channel, right? We have conversations on here about, what they could possibly expand it to this and expand that. Well, and then on the flip side, you look at this I almost said WWE. You look at this WNBA expansion. As you look at it, you go, man, that would be dope. Because for one, I just feel like that same love and infatuation and just pure admiration that this country have for the Raptors, that would go to that WNBA team. And we all know WNBA is not at the level that it should be, far as revenue and eyeballs. And I think bringing a team to Toronto could really enhance that. And I think it'll put in a spotlight just how loyal Canadians in general are to their fan base and their country, anything on their soil. Now, I want to point this out real quick because I thought it's really important. When talking about the possibility of bringing the WNBA team to Toronto, they said, one thing the league did want was to make sure the Toronto team was more than majority Canadian owned, and we didn't get some overseas money or anything weird like that. New Media Sports and Entertainment Chairman Max Abrams told the Atlantic, we have all the money here in the market in Toronto. Now I'm gonna side with the league on that, because listen, And I you know what? Hats off to the league for saying that, because I want a Canadian team, a Toronto team, to be a Toronto team. The Toronto I don't know. Let's make up a name. The Toronto Galaxy Queens. I don't know, but whatever their name would be, right? Or Canada, whatever. You want that to be a majority Canada-owned team. You don't want it to be so and so over here got a slice, so and so in New York got a slice, so and so in LA got a slice, so and so in Miami got a slice, so and so down in Timbuktu, round the corner from his mama, nephew, brother, sister, nephew, cousin, auntie little store, he got a slice. Nobody want all that. You want a Canadian team to have Canadian ownership to really get, because it ain't gonna feel the same. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't think it will feel the same to the country if it's owned by billionaire over here in LA or billionaire from Yugoslavia. Like, no one wants that. But if it's homegrown, the market's there, the ownership is there, they're ingratiated with the team. They're ingratiated with the country. They're ingratiated with building that thing up. It means more. It hits home like that. It's hit home. When you look at, and I'm sorry, I'm sorry to say this, kind of go to the Cowboys for a minute, but when you look at the difference between Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and why Stephen Jones run the Dallas Cowboys into the ground for one reason. He don't live and breathe Dallas. He didn't earn it. When you look at a WNBA team that coming in Toronto as a country, this is my personal opinion, I could be so wrong, but Toronto as a country got a feeling like the underdogs already. Give us an opportunity and we'll show you what we'll do with it. That's my thought. That's my thought process as far as how I think Canadians in general will look at it. Oh, you gave us a team? Watch what we do with the WNBA. Watch our impact. And that's how I feel, man. That's how I feel. And I could be wrong, man, but I think it has to be homegrown. I love that the NBA said that. It has to be homegrown. You do want that home talent. You do want that home talent. You want that home ownership. It need to feel Canadian. Also, not saying they gotta be separate from the US. No, but this is their team in their country, and it put that sprinkle on the WNBA, and I think that'll be great for all parties involved. I love the idea. Let's make it happen, man. Let's get a WNBA team over there. And speaking of WNBA games, me and the Missus going to some WNBA games this year. Me and the Missus going to some Raptors game this year. Me and the Missus going to some Lakers game this year. Me and the Missus going to the Cowboys game this year. Me and the Missus going to some Ravens games this year. We doing it, man. We going. We're excited, man. I'm about to really get out there get out there in the games and mix up with the people. Hopefully I see some of you guys out there, man. And then hopefully we can afford to pay our mortgage when we get back. So with that being said, oh yeah. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, man, you gotta be great.